Got Ashton Kutcher in love with Mila Kunis on that '70s show. Then they break up for absolutely no reason after he starts hanging out with Diddy. Then he marries Demi Moore, who drained him of all the chrome she can, and apparently he replenished himself by doing inappropriate things with her daughters. I'm glad. I'm sure you're glad, like Bruce Willis has dementia.
Demi Moore, she revealed in her memoir that she was sexually assaulted at the age of 15, writing that her mother let the abuse in their home. Well, today, Demi talked to Howard Stern more about this on his Sirius XM radio show. It makes me just remember the conversation that I had with her where she talked about the purpose of her writing this book was to share her story in hopes that it would empower other young women. She did talk about a lot of other things to Howard Stern. She said she auditioned for Top Gun, obviously didn't get the part, but would later work with Tom Cruise as a co-star in A Few Good Men.
The entertainment world has always been rife with controversy, with scandals involving celebrities capturing headlines and grabbing attention from around the globe. However, few stories have been as disturbing and shocking as the relationship between Diddy's son, Christian Combs, and the iconic actress Demi Moore. This relationship sent shockwaves through the media, leaving fans, critics, and insiders alike in complete disbelief. What made it even more unbelievable was the fact that 50 Cent, a rapper known for his no-holds-barred attitude and his ability to predict the undercurrents of Hollywood drama, had seen it all coming. 50 Cent was right about the disturbing truth behind this relationship, and now the shocking details are being revealed for the world to see.
Nickname, Freaky Man. I look at his kids and everything. It's more deeper questions that I be wanting to know. Like, why were you so infatuated with a child that wasn't yours? Were you grooming that little boy? I don't even want to start those conversations because that's not your child. You know what I'm saying? And for you to keep him that close, it's like you kept him that close because he might got your secrets because he's not your child. So if he's not your child and you that type of person with that type of character, you don't mind actually doing it to him when he finally reaches a certain age because he's not yours. And you know in your mind he's not yours. And now you keep him real close to you. You make sure he don't go to his daddy. Why?
Christian Combs, the son of the famous music mogul Diddy, had already made a name for himself in the entertainment world. He was seen as a rising star, an up-and-coming artist, and someone with strong connections. His charisma and good looks had made him a favorite among Hollywood insiders, but it was his association with his powerful father, Diddy, that really opened doors for him. As Christian began to make his way into the world of entertainment, the rumors about his relationships, particularly with older women, started to swirl. It seemed that every time he was seen with an older woman, it sparked gossip, but nothing could have prepared the public for what was to come with Demi Moore. Demi Moore, a Hollywood legend, had long been one of the most famous actresses of her generation. Known for her roles in films such as Ghost and A Few Good Men, Demi had become one of the leading stars of the 1980s and 1990s.
You make sure he's separated with him and you provide him with everything he wants. Why? You got one of them little Michael Jackson secrets? He got one of them secrets that he can't tell nobody because his legacy, I mean, his manhood gonna be, and not only that, his brother no gonna look at him crazy. Only Puffy know, only God
Talking about
Puffy.
Quincy, right?
I don't know. All I'm gonna say is, I don't know.
I'll be sure, son.
All I'm gonna say is, who's infatuated with another man's son now, like that? Like you guess that seemed like grooming.
She had faced her own struggles in the public eye, from her high-profile marriage to Bruce Willis to her later marriage to Ashton Kutcher. Demi had always been a fighter, and she had navigated the ups and downs of her personal life with grace. However, no one expected her to become romantically involved with a much younger man like Christian Combs, the son of one of the most famous music moguls in the world. The public's reaction to this relationship was nothing short of shock. At first, the media didn't make much of it. Christian and Demi were seen together in social settings, attending events, and enjoying time in each other's company. People assumed it was just a friendship, perhaps a mentor-mentee dynamic, as Demi had often worked with younger stars in Hollywood. But as the days passed, whispers started circulating. Sources close to both parties began sharing details about their private meetings, and it became clear that their relationship wasn't just platonic.
With you.
Okay, one more time.
Why do you think you haven't least come out?
I don't know. Maybe just because I love them all and I hope they all love me. We do love him. And I love them.
Says, if you say it's with the publicity, you're out of your mind.
Absolutely. Because he's one of my most favorite people. Been working almost a month and a half.
What began to surface was a much darker side to their connection. It wasn't just the age gap that raised eyebrows, it was the nature of their interactions. While many could have dismissed their public appearances as nothing more than two people enjoying each other's company, the private moments between Christian and Demi painted a much more unsettling picture. They were spotted in private locations, secluded resorts, and even in private jets, where they reportedly spent days alone together. The level of secrecy surrounding their relationship only added fuel to the fire, and it wasn't long before the rumors began to spiral out of control. The public's curiosity reached its peak when, out of nowhere, 50 Cent, the rapper who had always been outspoken,
I'm listening up. I Philip Tanzania and I play Jeremy and you're stealing my part.
And what do you have the interview numbers here?
Oh, okay. Because I love Philip and he's the only one I love.
Do your interview already.
All right. I'm Lucy Love but personally I love Philip. And that's it. Okay?
We got a storyline copy at this for Alabama.
I want to say happy birthday to Philip because I love him dearly. He's one of my most favorite people. Hello, Pino. For about 3 weeks. And he's been terrific.
he was unafraid to call out what he saw, posted a message on social media. He didn't mince words. He hinted at the relationship between Christian and Demi and warned people that there was something off about the way things were playing out. He didn't dive into the specifics, but he made it clear that he felt there was more to the situation than what met the eye. His followers immediately began to speculate, and the media outlets quickly picked up on his post. At first, people thought it was just 50 Cent doing what he does best, stirring the pot. But as the details of Christian and Demi's relationship started to unfold, it became clear that 50 Cent had been right all along. In the coming weeks, more disturbing revelations came to light. Sources from both Christian and Demi's inner circles began to leak information that shed light on the nature of their relationship. The details were more shocking than anyone could have imagined.
We're waiting to get this hearing started. It was interesting too because this time around, Diddy was brought in first. He was brought in about a couple minutes after 2 p.m. today, and we were all kind of waiting to see. We had heard mumblings that his mom might be in courtroom, that we were waiting for the children, but then nothing happened. But then, in another twist and turn, the children do walk in, but this time it was a lot smaller bunch than it was the last time. So last time you're having all of Diddy's children, except with the exception of Love, who is just a 2-year-old child. So she wasn't at court, but you had all of Diddy's children there except Love. But this time around, you just had Justin Combs and Christian Combs.
Christian, according to these insiders, had been using his connections, not just to get access to people like Demi, but to manipulate her into a situation where she was at his mercy. He had used his charm and youth to captivate Demi, playing on her vulnerabilities and emotional struggles. Demi, on the other hand, had reportedly become infatuated with Christian's success and ambition, finding in him a source of youthful energy and excitement that she had been missing in her own life. What was perhaps even more disturbing was the realization that Demi, despite her years of experience in Hollywood,
Speaking of, in particular, Netflix docuseries that you've been working on, Diddy Do It?
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle. You weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else. But I did feel uncomfortable with the way you represent the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it. Just that alone.
So you didn't realize the
as much stuff was coming. Like when I seen today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them, and it's a long time, to be honest with you. Like when people don't remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little hard.
what are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?